So, one thing that I have been really thinking about is this word change. The more that I realize myself, meaning the more I build this relationship with my body, the sensations, and how my sensations are creating this reality that I'm living in by influencing what I do or don't do, I'm seeing and feeling more clearly not only is change inevitable, that change is required in order to not feel so much resistance and discomfort. And when I think about how I used to relate to change, and I feel like this is for most of us because it's how it's marketed, like we see change as something necessary when something bad happens, right? And so there's this idea of something bad happens and we need to change it. And when that bad thing happens too, there's also that fear of, oh no, this bad change is permanent. Therefore, we take action from this survival of thinking that it's permanent when nothing is really permanent, right? We've all heard that term, time heals all wounds. And then there's change where it's maybe abrupt or change that is good. And then we take action on that. But then when that change happens, we see it as permanent. And so then when something goes wrong again, we're like, oh no, not again. So it becomes this ongoing loop, regardless of whether something bad happened or good happened, of survival. And that's what feels exhausting when really change is inevitable. And so when either of those things happen, it's really learning how to reference yourself through the experience, knowing that there's always something there for you to grow from, to maybe release in order to take that next step up or level up to experience yourself more fully. I really see it as, the inner work reminding us of our wholeness and allowing that wholeness to expand into more experiences, into more different experiences, in order to experience abundance, right? Like I think literally energetically you're opening up, and the more you open up, the more you're experiencing that abundance in all areas of your life. And really, when you do the inner work, I won't say correctly, but when you do the inner work and you're really referencing through your own body, it just does the work in all other areas of your life. And I feel like because I had operated so much in that idea that change is my key out to experiencing something bad that I feel like is going to be permanent, or holding on to something good because I don't want to lose it, I had to really allow myself, and even now I feel like I'm being invited to go more deeply in this. I'm in a liminal space where so many changes happen, and now I'm kind of in that waiting room for things to happen. But I'm noticing how there's this impulse again to change in order to keep things the same, and change in order to not stay in a situation that I'm seeing as bad. And all of this is language, by the way, but if I want to cut through and make everything really clear and concise, is that change is inevitable. And when you allow the sensations in your body to be there and you simply witness, meaning you're feeling, you're not entertaining the thoughts and the words that are coming to spiral, over time, you know what you need to do. You get clear in that. And this is the issue that I see with, technology. And I know I'm on here sharing my insights and work, but there's such an overabundance of information and of hacks, of optimization of your, physical, mental, spiritual health, is that we see all these information and we don't want to do the actual work of processing it through ourselves. And so we take these tools or modalities outside of us and think that it's going to fix us. and that we have to follow it to a T, and that the way that that coach or the teacher or whatever the thing is marketing says the outcome is, like we're almost feeling like that's a guaranteed outcome when it's not, because you are unique. I am unique. And so much of my process was extrapolating from different teachers and research and studies and, things that have been passed down through the spiritual, I guess like ethers or whatever you want to call it, feeling that for myself, and then noticing as I move through those processes what my sensations in my body are actually telling me, and allowing those sensations to move through so that it can guide me in my own direction and to create a reality that reflects me, not the teacher or not the program. And ultimately, what I realize is that being a human is about feeling. Everything we do is based off of a feeling. And when I say feeling, I don't mean, oh, happy, sad, want to be comfortable. It's just sensations move us. And so I think the more I was able to kind of create that space between what the sensations actually means versus, what the sensations are attaching to in regards, and if these sensations is like this ongoing loop, that helped me also to get clearer and gave me like the encouragement to do the work of inhabiting my body. And it's not something that you need to carve out time for. It's literally something you can do from the moment you wake up till the end of the night. It's something that comes natural to me, and it becomes, you come to a point where it's so natural that you're not even thinking about it, and then you pivot, and I feel like that's almost kind of how we're supposed to exist after we get to a point. Like I see school, being a human kind of like as a school. In the beginning, you need all the tools and the resources and someone to teach you, and as you get older, it just becomes a natural process where you can follow your desires and actually create this work of art, your life, that feels like it's yours, and to share that with other people. And so that's what I wanted to share. And yeah, I know right now for a lot of people things feel a little heavy with the heat wave and all, but in these moments, it's definitely a moment to slow down, to notice and witness yourself, giving yourself that space. And again, it doesn't have to be like an hour of like you just being in a room. I think one of the things I love about this work is I am a single mom. I am running a business and growing my, way of artistic endeavors. And so it's not to say that I don't have the time, but this way of living has become so integrated that it's really been able to not only, it's been complementing my growth in real time. It's not something where I have to like stop my life to do, right? And so I think that's the beauty of it, and the beauty of really understanding that everything is within you. You don't have to go to a retreat. You don't even have to work with me or any other coach or program. I think just doing that can transform your reality.